I was on the bus and I was writing my autobiography. I mentioned that I wanted to do a record where I could have a bunch of people guest. That seemed like a good idea and it stuck in my head. And so I just sort of went out and contacted all these different people based on the music that I'd written. And that's how the album came together. So when the Velvet tour ended, I started writing material. I wanted to do something to sort of just get away, get peace of mind, and do something outside of a band situation for once in my life.
It spans a stylistic arc that is pretty insane.
I think it's a good thing he's doing his record, branching out and working with all types of people.
It seems like everyone's kind of brought out the best in each other.
And it's amazing how comfortable he is playing in all of the extremely different styles.
It was one thing to sit down and write all the music, but now that I'm actually getting these different artists to come in and sing and put the effort in, it is a little surreal.
This is not going to be pretty, unless you want to do it.
What, the check guitar now?
Yeah. Is that it right there?
You definitely have the feel for it, though.
The whole vibe inside the studio with Eric Valentine and Slash, it's just very chill, laid back, hang out, listen to music, get out there and jam it out. Vibed really well together and made a pretty killer song. Slash came and played with us, so I think they were really stoked about that connection because they got to meet Slash and hang out and we got to play with them live, and hopefully it happens again. But I think everyone's just happy for me because they know that it meant a lot to me to get to do something like that.
See, my whole trick is turn myself all the way out of my ears and just listen to him. Let's pretend like I hear what he's playing is me. You can't play guitar in front of Slash.
The song had that good head bobbing spirit. My girlfriend's bobbing and I was bobbing. Everything was bobbing, and it's called We're All Gonna Die.
Iggy was great. He wrote a really, really cool song that is an extension of the really great adolescent, sort of irreverent, mischievous attitude that he's always had in his music that I've always loved.
It's a fun song and it's a rockin' song.
It sounds great, and it's been fun just working with him. He's just one of the icons of rock and roll that's been around, shaped the way that heavy metal and music over the years has had such a huge influence on it.
You got some real bad habits. You better stop right quick.
Heaven and God on high, buckle up your seatbelt, we're all gonna die.
All right, we're recording now. Don't make any mistakes. Wait a minute, what the hell was that? Sounds like the wrong song. We almost recorded on the wrong song.
Every time I'd write a new piece of music, I'd think who it would be that would sound good on that song. So I'll send it to them, and if they like it, we'll get together and arrange it and put it together. I've got this one chord progression that sounds like Ozzy would sing this great.
Selfish greed. This fucking record better sell.
It's great having Ozzy doing this. He's been so enthusiastic. It sounds great, and it's been fun just working with him.
To me, I did, yeah.
We never had computers when we were a lad. We just put a bucket of coal in the back of the desk and get on with it.
I want to bring up another very special guest. This guy, probably one of the biggest monster fucking singers around. From Wolfmother, Mr. Andrew Stockdale.
It's good to be here now and to go through the process and you know, walk away with a great song.
With the horses that you ride and the feelings left inside, comes a time you need to leave all that behind.
Well, Slash wrote the riff, the verse riff, and then I had the idea for the chorus riff, came up with the vocals, and the band played it and put some energy into it. It became what it is now.
Well, there is a reward to live and die by the song. Well, they try to complicate you, but you left it all behind.
This is going to be the biggest, most spectacular moment in all time, and that's an understatement. They have graciously offered for me to play guitar on the track, but I'm happy for Slash just to go all out with the guitar. I think it sounds really cool, so. Shit. Alright. Getting it. I'll get it. Next one I'll get it. What is this? Some kind of pop song? I'll look up in the dictionary of wailing and see what else I can find.
With everybody that came in, I would sort of ask them what they normally do, what they're comfortable with, and everybody's different. And Miles, he actually likes to sing in the control room. Iggy was in like a little sound booth, the same booth that he was in when the band was actually tracking. He just kind of stayed in there, you know, and did his final vocals in there. Be Real and Send Dog, we sent them up, both of them out in the sound room with 2 mics set up so they could do their parts at the same time if they wanted to. Beth really likes to sing at the piano. It's just better for her to sort of connect with the music better if she is actually playing while she sings.
Oh, hey, erase that. Erase that.
Lemmy was just like, whatever. You know, he just walks up to the mic and starts growling.
Fucker! I hate this thing in the side.
Fergie was just out in the room. A lot of times we kind of like set up a little bit of a vibe and just have some candles and dim the lights and stuff like that.
I've heard Fergie sing these great little rock bits in certain places, and so I had this one particular song that I thought was perfect for her.
Fergie's voice, it took a little bit of experimentation. We tried a lot of different microphones to make sure that her voice, you know, stands in front of the track. She has a real rock voice.
I'm like an engineer's nightmare. My voice is like my personality, very challenging.
You know, it's all rock and roll, so, but it's different types.
Never on one record have I been able to work with so many people that are from a very diverse and really have that special, unique, whatever it is, X factor. The second any of those people step up to the mic, you know instantly that it's entirely them.
I sort of went into different areas where I could do stuff that I couldn't necessarily do in my own sort of bands that I'm in, sort of different sort of directions and stuff. And it's fun to do.
It's got good melodies.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Remember anything about you? Can't you my saloon now? I'm a
Maybe a little bit of a guitar solo, and then it does it again, you know, in between the two parts.
That's amazing.
You think so?
Yeah, it makes the part sound pretty good.
I'm doing my nails, I'm painting them black, 'cause daddy's history and there's no turning back.
She was into having a little more nudging, you know, through the process for me to keep pushing her and say, no, you can scream this louder. If a take isn't usable on that second half, I'd rather have it because it's too out of control and it gets away from you than have it be too safe.
Okay, let's try it.
You can scream this louder, it can be more intense. It doesn't have to be so sultry and seductive all the time, which she's incredible at.
Those last two lines are juicy, I love that. It's not easy to sing next to Alice Cooper, by the way, so.
Yeah, he's the master of that raspy kind of delivery.
Well, you pulled it out in me.
Definitely the scheduling and organization of everything was probably the most complicated part, but recording the songs was really quite quick. You know, we had a really incredible rhythm section. Josh Freese played drums and Chris Chaney played bass.
Something like that, sort of thing. That's beautiful.
So nice to see your face again. Tell me, how long has it been?
And I had this one particular track on the demos that I did that was really sort of slow and very sort of unique. I thought about Adam, and it was just the perfect guy to do it.
It's really simple with an acoustic guitar, and it was just one of those organic experiences that are wonderful. A lot of time it winds up sounding like it's about a girl. That's usually the metaphor that I use to explain some sort of thing that I'm feeling.
And I sent him this really shitty demo of me just playing the song.
When he called, I was just like, of course.
And he actually really dug it and came up with a melody for it right away.
The progression that Slash wrote for the song is really cool.
I was blown away at how angelic his voice is.
This was really cool, and I'm really happy with the results.
I get very happy when things go the way they're supposed to. I'm stoked.
It's awesome. I'm really stoked. This sounds
cool,
great.
man.
Yeah.
It's funny, you get so happy with just getting a good vocal. I've got 2 songs that don't have titles. most of the songs are sort of a raw kind of approach as far as recording the drums and recording the guitars and bass.
We're gonna set this up so it's like a band in a room playing. I want to do this on this one specific 2-inch 16-track machine that sounds incredible for classic rock records. I really like old equipment because there's just not a lot to it. Almost no records now are made entirely on tape machines with equipment like this. One of the other things that we talked about was keeping the arrangements really, really simple. I love being able to hear Slash play the guitar, not just hear his sound, but actually hear all the articulation and the little scratches and all of the timing and all of the finesse that is in his playing. When you hear this record, you can tell instantly that it just doesn't sound like other modern records. It sounds like records that were made in the 70s and 80s, all the really great classic rock records. I mean, this is really what I grew up on and really the kind of music that I really love. There's something very liberating about doing rock music because it's not as much about achieving technical perfection, having every single note and all the timing be absolutely perfectly on in every way. It's more about capturing a moment that has an emotional expression to it.
I wish I had a photo of that moment.
All right, brother, I'm ready. When you put me and Be Real on something, you definitely got Cypress Hill signature Steezy on it, you know what I mean?
We've always been fans of metal music and rock music and stuff like that, even though we do hip-hop music and whatnot.
Shit, I just jammed on the Slash album, you know what I mean? You got a problem with that?
I think you're gonna love it, keep open-minded, and this shit is gonna fucking rock your fucking face off.
Really putting a lot of effort into making this as the best it can be. So it's really sort of special.
There's definitely a groove there that just can't be replicated by somebody else doing it.
I'm really happy with it, very proud of the way it went and so on and so forth. But I don't pass judgment on it, I just sort of put it out there.
The only problem's going to come when he decides he wants to go on tour. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a very big bill and a very big bus.
I think he's very talented, very helpful. He's my mate, and he'll be in grabbing distance tonight.
He's kind of like the Page or Keith Richards for our generation.
He's just such an incredible musician and so gifted, and sometimes playing on stage next to him is a little difficult because as an artist and a fellow guitar player, he's so mesmerizing.
It's a bit special when he plays. I think that's always the benchmark for a great guitarist.
He ain't as good looking as I am. Without the hat or with it, as a guitar player, phenomenal.
without a doubt. A great icon for the industry.
He's really talented and keep things going.
He's fabulous. I've always loved Slash. Unbelievable.
To be a part of his record is a huge honour. Huge honour.
I think we really did what we set out to do.
Buy the fucking thing. If they don't, I'll find out who they are and go and kill their favourite pet.
Well, it's been a long time since I did any Japanese interviews, and I'm really looking forward to putting this record out and coming to Japan as early on in next year as possible. And I thank you for all the patience, and look forward to seeing you soon.